and welcome. You are listening to At Home with Ifeno. Here, we'll talk about helping women know and understand their worth, find fulfillment in who they are, and in what they do. Every other week, we'll talk about your identity as a woman, discovering your unique purpose, intentionally raising the next generation, and your influence in homemaking. I am your host, Ifoma Nneka Omoni. Hello, and welcome to At Home with Ifeno. Wow, we are counting days and hours to the end of another year. How has it been? Yes, it's a time of reflection, brooding, thinking over how the year has been. So are you on your way to work? Are you in your office? Or you are at home taking care of those beautiful children? Or you are just on leave? I know a lot of people have taken breaks for the year, this season, to unwind, to relax, to rest, and many thoughts might be going on in our hearts. Well, I'm here today to cheer you. There's no need for you to feel bad if you have any reason to feel sad. Yes, I know a lot is going on around us and around the world. But do you know what? The fact that we are living, the fact that we are alive today, it's enough reason for us to be thankful and grateful. So I want you to get your relaxed mode, get your tea, water, whatever it is, and feel at home because you are at home with Ifeno today. And it promises to be a refreshing and thought-provoking time. Yes, thought-provoking, because it's what we're going to be talking about today. It might not be that long, but it will cause us to go back memory lane, reflect on our journey so far, and project for the upcoming new year. Yes, like I said at the beginning, we are counting down to the end of the year. So our focus for today is tagged, "It's not over." It's not over. Yes, it's not over. The year is not over. Do you know that within the few days left in the year, a lot can still happen to us positively? A lot can still come out to be possible for the remaining part of the year. I'm not just trying to wow you but I want you to have an open heart and be expectant. Let your expectations be very high because something can still happen. It's not over. It's not over. So like I said, 2022, how did it all begin? And we are already here. What has been your experience? Today, I'd like you to get a sheet of paper and a pen and just begin to write. And I don't want you to focus on the negatives per se. The negatives could be looked at as a way of correcting our mistakes. There is a quote that says, "Your greatest teacher is your last mistake." And I see that quote based on how our perspective of whatever mistake we have made. So if you made a mistake that cost you something during the course of the year, it's time for you to see how you can make amends so that you don't fall into that same mistake again and again. So 2020 began for us on At Home with Ifeno with a wonderful episode. I don't know how many of us can really remember our very first episode on At Home with Ifeno. It was titled, "I Am More Than This." So, looking back at your life throughout this year, can you say that between January and now that you have made just a little progress?
yes, many of us don't like celebrating, the little steps or milestones. But I want you to know that those little steps and milestones are important until you get to that very big goal that you might have set. So maybe you've not really actualized what you thought you will actualize or achieve at the end of this year. But were there milestones that showed that you made progress? I want you to celebrate those milestones, because it means you didn't remain in the same position. You were not stagnant. No matter how little the movement was positively, let's celebrate it. It's one that we should celebrate, especially as you are still breathing and alive. A lot has happened. So I'll just recap some of the topics we dealt with on At Home with Ifeno. Maybe as I read through these topics, it will make you have some reflective moments and also make you realize that, oh, it's not as bad as I think it has been. So like I said, the first one we talked about on At Home with Ifeno was I am more than this. We had a topic like first things first, having to do with placing our priorities right. Then we went to a topic like there is room for you. 2022 brought opportunities for us to grow, to explore ourselves, our talents, our gifts. There's room for you to make improvement. Don't ever limit yourself. Then we talked about turning our pain to gain. Yes, if you feel that as you are right now, you have gone through pain, there is a perspective from God's angle that you can turn your pains to gain. We also looked at you are an original, not a copy. Wow. God made you unique. You are special. So why do you want to be like someone else? Because your flavor cannot be seen anywhere else. You are an original. If there's anything you should remember in 2022, you should remember that you are an original and not a copy. How would you be remembered was another topic we took. How would you be remembered? On that topic, we highlighted how our everyday activities, our everyday little acts build up on what our legacy would be. We don't need to wait until we die before we start imagining how we will be remembered. But the life we live every day is a way of showing how we will be remembered. And then we went to something that had to do with think and thank. Yes, this is a good time to sit down and productively think, not worry, but productively, positively think and thank God. Be thankful. Be grateful for where you are today. It would have been worse, it would have been worse. But for God, thank God that you are here. So we talked about how we should have a positive mind, a grateful heart to think and to thank God for all he has done. We also talked about there's a gold mine in you. Yes, many of us have not discovered the great potentials and the talents, or maybe we've discovered them, but we are not putting them into use. I am one of the beneficiaries of that episode. Today, I have moved a step ahead than when I started 2022. Yes, something is cooking in the oven, and very soon you'll know more about it. So beyond me hosting this podcast, there was something within me that I have just been looking at, and I had to tap into it, and I'm bringing out that flavor in me, and very soon the world will benefit from it. So there is a gold mine in you. If you don't believe it, you need to go back to your maker, your creator, God Almighty, and he will show you who you truly are. Remember, our topic is saying it's not over. I'm just recapping this topic to tell you that it's not over with your life. Yes, the calendar might say 2022 is almost over, but it's not over with you and God. God is not finished with you. You are not an abandoned project. You are still work in progress, and as you journey on, you will get to see the bigger and the brighter and the better version of yourself. We also talked about little is much. We talked about focus on your focus. Don't be easily distracted. Don't allow the things that people around you are doing to get you off course. You know who you are, like we have said, you are an original. Focus on who you have been called to be. Enjoy your journey. Relish every moment, because no one is like you. You are just a masterpiece. So focus on your focus. And the very last one we talked about before today's episode was stop and listen. Have we been listening to our inner voice? Have we been listening to our bodies? Like I said, this is a time to rest, to recuperate, to relax and get refreshed, and have some time of meditation, because it is in the place of rest and relaxation that you would project for a better tomorrow, a better 2023. So it's not over. It's not over. I would like to read certain scriptures, certain verses of the Bible. Like I said, this platform is a platform where we see things from God's perspective. So I like to read these verses, and it will help us to know that it's not over with us. It's not even over with 2022. Like I said, the remaining days in 2022 can be the turning point in your life if you don't give up. So it says, there is hope only for the living. As they say, it's better to be a live dog than a dead lion. There is hope only for the living. If you are not alive, you will not be able to listen to me. So there is hope for you who is listening to me today. There is hope, irrespective of what has happened or what is happening right now. Remind yourself that there is hope for me because I am alive. It is better to be a living dog than a dead lion. Yes, the lion is a very powerful and strong animal known as the king of the jungle. But as long as that lion is dead, he doesn't have power. The lion is as good as nothing. It cannot bite, it cannot harm. But a living dog, there is hope for that dog. Hope in what sense? Hope that the dog would find a prey to pounce on. Hope that the dog would have opportunity to run around. It's the same thing for you. There is hope. It's not over. As long as you have the breath of life in you, as long as you are listening to me, remind yourself that it's not over. It's not over with me. It's not over with even to 2022. Why? Because you are living. You are still breathing. Another verse I would like to read to help us to buttress this statement saying that it's not yet over is that even a tree has more hope. If it is cut down, it will sprout again and grow new branches. Even a tree has more hope. If it is cut down, it will sprout again and grow new branches. If during the course of the year something happened that made it seem like you were cut down, you slowed down, the project didn't come to fruition, the plans didn't work as you expected, there is hope. There is hope that in the coming new year, it will come up again. Yes, the righteous man is that one that falls 7 times and rises up. So our journeys are not meant to just, be without disappointments. Disappointment comes to everyone. But the difference is how we handle such disappointment. So there is hope, even if you felt you have been cut down, even if you felt that things didn't work out your way, it's not over. It's not over. I would like to round off today's episode by reading this quote. Life is full of disappointments, failures, and setbacks. None of those things can permanently stop you if you don't allow them to. You have the power in you to overcome anything that life throws at you. There is nothing as powerful as a made-up mind. There is nothing as powerful as a made-up mind. So it means it's all about what you make up your mind to do. Surround yourself with people who remind you that you matter and support you in the ways that matter most to you. No person, I repeat, no person, situation, or circumstance can define who you are. Don't give up. Don't cave in or stop believing that it's possible. It's not over until you win. It's not over until you win. It's not over. It's not over. So get up and look straight ahead to the future. And like I always tell many people I come across with, I say, your future is not on the calendar. No, your future is in you. And it's waiting for you to discover that great future. It's not over.
Thanks for joining us this week on At Home with Ifeno. Check us out on Instagram at Ifeno17. As always, subscribe to the show to catch every new episode and leave us a review so we can continue to bring you fresh content. See you next in 2 weeks' time.